Bonjour à tous and welcome back to Social English. Today, we are going to talk about idioms. Those interesting expressions where the meaning isn't obvious from the individual words. Understanding common idioms can help us better understand what people really mean, especially when they are talking about difficult situations. We will also look at a specific situation many people face, caring for an elderly parent and some of the support available for caregivers in France. Bonjour, Madame Dubois. Thank you for coming in today. I understand you wanted to talk about the challenges you're facing as a caregiver for your mother. Bonjour, Sarah. Yes, it's a lot. I work full-time and every day before and after work, I go to my mother's to help her. My brothers and sisters, they help sometimes, but really the responsibility falls on me. It sounds like you have a lot on your plate right now, Madame Dubois. Juggling work and the daily care of your mother must be very demanding. It is. Sometimes, honestly, I feel like I'm at the end of my rope. I love my mother, but it's exhausting, and I don't see much support from my siblings. I can hear that you're feeling at the end of your rope, Madame Dubois. You feel like you're reaching your limit and you are finding it hard to cope. It's a very difficult situation to be in. It sounds like you're going through a tough time. Yes, tough is the right word. I feel like I'm in a difficult place. I want to do what's best for my mother, but it's taking a real toll on me. It's understandable that you feel in a difficult place, trying to balance everything. It's important to remember that in France, there is a support available for caregivers like you. Are you familiar with any of the aides pour les aidants familiaux? I've heard a little bit, but I don't really know where to start. Well, one important thing to know about is the congé de proche aidant. This is a type of leave from work that allows you to temporarily stop or reduce your professional activity to take care of a loved one who is elderly or has a disability. Since January 2025, it can be taken for up to 3 months and it can be renewed within a limit of 1 year over your entire career. You might also be eligible for l'allocation journalière du proche aidant, AJPA, during this leave to help compensate for lost income. That sounds interesting. So, if I take this leave, I might receive some financial help? Yes, that's the possibility. The amount is around €65.80 per day since 2025, and it can be granted for a maximum of 66 days in total. There are also other forms of support. For example, le droit au répit can provide funding up to $500 per year to help pay for things like temporary accommodation for your mother or home care services, giving you a break. You should ask the CPIM for that. A break. That sounds like a dream. I understand. It's crucial for caregivers to have opportunities for respite. Also, depending on your mother's situation and her eligibility for APA, allocation personnalisée d'autonomie, those funds could potentially be used to compensate you directly for the care you provide. So, if my mother receives APA, she might be able to pay me for some of my time. It's a possibility worth exploring. We can look into the criteria together. There are also associations and support groups for caregivers where you can connect with others who understand what you're going through. It can really help to talk to people who are in a similar situation. That might be good. I do feel quite alone sometimes. Remember, Madame Dubois, you don't have to carry this burden alone. There are resources available to lend a hand. We can work together to explore these options and find ways to support both you and your mother. In this episode, we started to explore idiomatic expressions, which are common phrases where the overall meaning is different from the literal meaning of the individual words. We heard Madame Dubois say she felt at the end of her rope, meaning she felt like she couldn't cope anymore. Sarah acknowledged that Madame Dubois was going through a tough time and was in a difficult place, both meaning she was facing a challenging situation. We also heard Madame Dubois say that the responsibility falls on me, meaning she is the one who has to deal with it, and that she has a lot on her plate, meaning she has many responsibilities. Finally, Sarah offered that there are resources to lend a hand, meaning to offer help. It's important to remember that these idioms are common in English, and understanding them can help you grasp the full meaning of what someone is saying. We also learned that in France, caregivers for elderly parents have rights and access to support such as the congé de proche aidant and the allocation journalière de proche aidant, as well as le droit au répit. Exploring these options can provide valuable assistance to those who are going through a tough time as caregivers. Join us next time as we continue to learn more common English idioms. À bientôt sur Social English.